Good morning, and hello, Zoom friends. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church in Eugene. Thank you for joining here, there, wherever you are today. If you type your location into the Zoom chat, we'll know where you are. My name is Poppy Lockridge, and I am this morning's worship associate. My pronouns are she and her. And if a visual description is helpful for you, I am of average height, have short curly hair, and I'm wearing a lot of pink and purple. The world is full of expectations about how a normal body is supposed to look. This morning, the worship team invites you to release expectations about our own bodies and those of others, because every one of us is whole and holy. And now, let us enter into a time of worship by lighting the flaming chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. Kathy Thomas will be lighting the chalice as I share these words from Fat Church by Anastasia Kidd, adapted by Stephanie Dorman. We take up more space than others in the room. Every moment, we navigate structures not built to hold us. We feel ocean ripples in every movement. We acknowledge our differences may feel threatening to ourselves and others around us. Some may demand we shrink. We hold this tension in our core. Yet what makes our lives unapologetically big are the ways we live them. We savor the ordinary and the sublime. We learn to trust our bodies intimately to reveal our needs, our fancies, our foibles. We know our belovedness, our creatureliness, and our finitude. This is how we honor the whole of ourselves and the inherent worthiness of our creation. And now, let's say together the words of our mission, which affirm our shared purpose. Oh, okay. Hopefully enough of us know it then. Empowered by love, we transform ourselves and serve our world. Thank you.
Okay. Back in the fall, I tried something new with a few brave members of our congregation. Inspired by recent learning about fat liberation, disability justice, and particularly the work of the inspirational Sonia Renee Taylor, I started a class over Zoom called Body Compassion. Taylor has written a poem and a book called The Body is Not an Apology. She wrote it specifically for a friend with cerebral palsy who confessed to not being very careful or respectful with her own body because it was already so complicated with cerebral palsy. Sonia's immediate answer was that her body was not an offering to give up freely as an apology for her disability. Sonia knew that her friend's body, that all bodies are whole and holy, deserving of respect and consideration, just as they are. So today, I invite you to invite your body with loving care this morning, to know that your body, with all of its uniqueness, is whole. So come and let us worship together.
Good morning. My name is Stephanie Dorman. I'm a fat, middle-aged, graying, freckled, pale woman, wearing a wraparound dress and Mary Jane's. I was a participant in our body compassion class this past fall. And it's my honor to share a reflection with you. I spend an hour nearly every week of 2019 fidgeting with a sequined throw pillow on a therapist's couch. Sometimes I cradle the pillow in front of my belly, and other times I stroke the sequins as hard as I can without breaking something that isn't mine. I'm pretty sure that pillow absorbs a few tears as well. I'm mad at the world, my spouse, my doctors, my neighbors, a very specific couple at the UU church, the state of Texas, and myself. I have no tolerance for anything, no grace, nor room for good intentions, and no capacity for joy and wonder. And I hurt all over. My rotator cuffs are torn in both shoulders. There's a knee with no cushion left between the bones, an untouchable lower body ache, and inexplicable pain in my right side. All this means blood work, driving all over DFW for appointments, plus scans on undersized tables, and cuffs, waiting room chairs, and gowns not made for bodies my size. Diagnoses that do little to nothing to address the pain, coupled with the inevitable prescription to lose weight and exercise more. Would you exercise more, Doc, if every step and every breath might come with even more harm to your body? That winter, the combination of irrational pain, anger, and grief makes me much more conscious and critical of my weight. I am reading a book about mindful eating, which directs me to pay attention to my choices when I'm hyper-conscious of my size. Sometimes I eat to cope, I observe, and sometimes my stomach hurts so much I don't want to eat at all. The feelings and thoughts trap me in the bottom of a clammy, deep pit, and I need help to get out. Enter Dr. Stephanie, not me, a counselor who reaches out to me when I ask for recommendations on a Health at Every Size Facebook page. She introduces me to this continuum from body positivity to body negativity and guides me to aim for the middle, neutral body acceptance. It takes me a while to recognize she is encouraging me to value my own inherent dignity and worth. I joined some online communities for more support. Someone recommends searching for stories, films, art, and images that feel representational. I find Sonia Renee Taylor's book. It has a glorious cover. You should see it. I also find Roxane Gay's book, Hunger, and I cry because her experiences reflect mine so clearly. I feel seen, finally. I buy a Venus of Willendorf figurine and a fat mermaid statue. Friends help me visualize large and glorious things in nature, mountains, oceans, elephants, 6 feet tall sunflowers with their dinner plate-sized faces. My search leads me to some not safe for work photography collections like Substantia Jones' Adipositivity works and Leonard Nimoy's Full Body Project, which includes what might be my favorite picture of all, a group of nude, tattooed, multi-hued, fat women holding hands and dancing in a circle. The image brings me joy and hope. In an interview, Nimoy was asked if he thought fat women were beautiful. He said, "I do think they're beautiful. They're full-bodied, full-blooded human beings." Amen. And thank you, sir. It's good to feel whole.
Thank you, Stephanie. So now I invite you to settle in as you can for an elemental body blessing, a meditation by Noel Lemon. As comfortably as you can in whatever way that means for you and your body. Earth. For the element of earth, I ask you to consider your bones. Protein, collagen, and minerals make them up, mostly the mineral calcium. Calcium formed in supernovas racing across the universe billions of years ago, making up leaves, shells, and the limestone and gypsum of the painted desert and the white cliffs of Dover. Your bones are kin to the crust of the earth and every seashell in the ocean. May your bones remind you of your strength. Air. Take a gentle breath with me. If you are comfortable doing so, hold it a moment and feel the pressure of air in your lungs. Every red blood cell in your body carries oxygen, the basis of all energy transfer reactions on Earth. You are holding in your lungs a piece of the Earth's atmosphere, nitrogen and oxygen and others, nitrogen from the outer reaches of our solar system, formed as the Earth herself grew from nothingness. Breathe out, and may that breath remind you of your own adaptability and movement. Fire. Your body is powered by fire. Listen for a moment for your own heartbeat. Lay your fingers on your wrist and feel it. Every beat creates electrical impulses which power your heart, enough each day to drive an electric truck 20 miles. Your brain, which controlled that touch and that awareness, fires electrical impulses at a rate of 500 signals per second per nerve cell, all powered by fire. Your mind is made of lightning, and your heart is a wildfire. May that fire rekindle joy and passion in every place where the flames have been guttering. Water. Continue to feel your pulse, the liquid life under your skin. We are born of water, cradled in amniotic fluid, the same salinity as the ocean. We remain made of more than half water, and our blood moves in tides like the ocean herself, carrying nutrients and waste across each of our internal shores. Our plasma has nearly the same salt and ions as the sea, and our white blood cells and platelets are as ceaselessly vigilant for potential harm to us as the most loving mother. May the tides of your own blood wash away that which is unneeded and return to you all that you require. Spirit. The elements of our bodies lay inextricably intertwined with our spirit. We are living temples, the stardust embodiment of the joy of the universe itself. We carry in ourselves oceans, mountains, lightning, and sky. Every photon of light which has ever touched our faces will exist in 100,000 sunrises forever. Every BTU of heat radiating from our bodies right now has been around since the creation of the universe itself. We are the manifestation of cosmos laughter, and may we hold that knowledge close as we share ourselves with the world. May it be so. Ashe, Amen, Shalom, Amin, and blessed be.
The following is an excerpt from the theological statement that opens the May 2018 report of the UUMA Ableism Task Force. Our bodies inherently have value. Our bodies are where we live, and they're the container for all of our experiences, including our religious and/or spiritual experiences. If we tolerate or perpetuate the devaluing of other people's bodies, we're also willing to devalue their spiritual experience. Ableism is the centering of able bodies and experiences over disabled bodies and experiences, while simultaneously devaluing and erasing those disabled bodies. If, in the words of Eli Clare, ableism is the grease that makes the machine of all other oppressions move forward, then the devaluing of disabled bodies is connected to all of the other bodies that don't have to matter. If we believe that all people have inherent worth and dignity, then we believe all bodies have inherent worth and dignity. If we believe that all bodies have inherent worth and dignity, we also believe that every person has agency over their body, that people are more than the work that they do, that caring for one another is a moral responsibility, even bodies that do not conform to a capitalist standard of working for pay. All bodies are worthy of our care and concern because they are human people in human bodies. If we believe that one of the sources of our living tradition is direct experience of the transcending mystery and wonder affirmed in all cultures, which moves us to a renewal of the spirit and an openness to the forces which create and uphold life, then we must notice that to which we are moved. If disabled bodies are part of life, then they are good. Part of the urging of transcendence, then, is to resist all forms of the devaluing of disabled bodies. Every body is the location of holiness, not just able bodies. The disabled body, then, is a prophetic body. It calls beloved community to account for a past in which the good news has only been for those with the right abilities and the acceptable bodies. And still, the disabled body cannot be hidden nor silenced, although it may not audibly speak. The disabled body bridges time to a future in which belonging and contribution are a natural function of inclusion as a core value and a spiritual practice of beloved community. The prophecy of the disabled body is this indictment and this promise. To what does it call us?
The class that I shared in the fall, was about body compassion. I wanted to explore liberating ourselves from the messages that our culture tells us about what our bodies should look like, how they should act, what kind of productivity they should be capable of. Body compassion or liberation means to lean into acceptance of who we are, body and spirit connected. But body compassion does not mean to put on rose-colored glasses and love every single thing about your body every single day. Much as we may try, I don't think that is quite possible. If you are able and willing, hands up if your body hurts right now. That's quite a few of us. Whose bones ache, whose lungs can't fill to capacity, Whose muscles are tight and keep you from sitting in comfort? That's actually quite a few of us. I know we have folks watching at home on Zoom whose bodies are beautiful and immune compromised or facing the realities of aging or disability that define which physical spaces they are safe to attend. Whether we consider ourselves disabled or not, fat or not, whether our physical appearance matches the expectations and restrictions of the larger culture or not, we can have compassion for our bodies. My bones hurt, and I have cells dividing out of control. But I can still appreciate the wholeness that my body brings to me and the delight in the messages that it sends. When I taste the first sip of coffee in the morning, really hot, when I feel sunshine on my skin, when I hear a favorite song and I'm able to dance like no one's watching along with my 3-year-old, when I enjoy a scoopful of cookie batter or dough when my 3-year-old convinces me it's cookie baking day, or like this morning when I sit in my car just a couple minutes longer. It's fancy, I know. I have a seat warmer. Oh, you just got to enjoy that seat warmer. I relish the joy that my body brings me. Not long ago, a church member had to face joint replacement surgery and the pain and rehabilitation that comes with it. But she told me that instead of dwelling on her body's fallibility, she was trying to frame it as an act of service to her body that had seen her down so many roads on the journey of life. My body, like yours, is not something to be pitied or othered. It isn't something to apologize for, or something to be considered as a separate part of your whole and holy self. The existence of your specific body, its differences, its abilities or disabilities, does not make you brave. It makes you one of the collective of beautifully complicated people on this planet, with joys and struggles, pain and delights all our own, because we are all whole and holy. And now our chalice extinguishing. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And now a brief benediction before we go. And afterwards, I would invite you to have another seat to enjoy the postlude by Cara and Suzanne. Our benediction is an offering from Kate Bowler, a blessing for your actual human body. Blessed is the body that offers soft hugs on hard days, whose curves fit our pets and our kids and our partners, whose hands hold another alongside hospital beds and in nursing homes and at the altar and on the first day of school, whose breasts nurse and legs run to chase littles, and whose toes balance us on the earth, whose wrinkles tell stories of laughs and tears and worries. Blessed are these imperfect, fragile bodies, this flesh and bone, these cells that sometimes duplicate for no reason whatsoever. The skin that is stitched together with scars and stretch marks and fine lines. Blessed is the body because it is a home, not just for us, but for those who love us. And sometimes you just need to stand in front of the mirror, take off all your clothes, and remember that this body, your body, is your home address. Thank you.